John, let's turn our attention now to the latest revelations from the Epstein files. And newly released FBI documents show Donald Trump personally called the police chief in Palm Beach, Florida, back in 2006 to thank him for investigating Jeffrey Epstein and told him to focus on the disgraced financier's evil accomplice, evil being a quote there, Ghislaine Maxwell. ABC reports the former Palm Beach police chief who investigated Jeffrey Epstein told the FBI he had received a call from Donald Trump in 2006 saying, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." And John, we are talking about a period here before Epstein was charged and convicted.
Yeah, that quote is from an interview in 2019 that the Palm Beach chief of police related to an FBI agent when the FBI was investigating Epstein, and credited Donald Trump with having called him in 2006, very early in this whole story, saying, well, thank goodness you're going after this guy and you should go after Ghislaine Maxwell. She's evil. I think the point we don't want to lose sight of, though, Rita, is that we know that Jeffrey Epstein hated Donald Trump. The Democrats continue this futile effort to smear Donald Trump by associating him with Epstein. Well, there was an association in the sense that he kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago as a guest. And Epstein hated Trump to the point where he was on the phone talking to a Democratic congressperson during a hearing, giving advice on how to attack the Trump administration. I mean, this whole Epstein thing is a complete non-starter for the Democrats.
But so many have this false perception that it's Donald Trump that's all over the Epstein files, not members of the Democrat Party or a former president there who appears multiple times. And this latest revelation really should not come as a shock, given author Michael Wolff, Trump-hating author Michael Wolff, said some time ago that Jeffrey Epstein believed Trump was the one who had first alerted authorities to his antics. Have a listen.
At that point, Epstein's legal problems began. The police began to investigate him over allegations that he was that there were underage women coming to his house. Epstein believed that it was Trump who first informed the police about what was going on at Epstein's house. And from that point on, they were nothing but bitter enemies.
And this is what he's telling you. This is one of the instances of what he's telling you. That,
yes,
that the following
yes,
happened.
That is the version of this related by Epstein.
And Michael Wolff is no friend of Donald Trump, is he, John?
No, he's not. But what he said there is exactly what we see in these Epstein files. Trump is mentioned in them, and the Democrats keep saying, oh, yeah, Trump is mentioned. Yeah, he's mentioned because Epstein hates him and attacks him in these email exchanges.
Yeah, and there's several emails where they're plotting to get him to try to just destroy his political campaign. There are a lot of emails like that, and everyone is free to read them. So I would encourage people who are interested in this to actually read the source material rather than listening to some of the media commentary. Now, John, we've got some terrible news out of Hong Kong. Jimmy Lai, the media tycoon, pro-democracy campaigner, has been jailed for 20 years for allegedly colluding with foreign forces under these controversial national security laws. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has expressed his dismay at the sentence, writing, "The sentencing of Jimmy Lai in Hong Kong is an unjust and tragic conclusion to this case. We urge the authorities to grant Mr. Lai humanitarian parole." Will President Trump raise this issue with Beijing directly, John?
Well, I sure hope so, Rita. Jimmy Lai is one of the heroes of our time. He easily could have gotten out of Hong Kong, but instead he stayed to lead the fight for freedom in that city. And what's happened to him, of course, is a disaster. He's like the Solzhenitsyn of our era. And I seriously hope that Trump will raise his issue at his case in a very serious way, but it's hard to say. There are so many important issues between the US and China. I really don't know if that's going to be high on the agenda or not.
John Heinderraker, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you, Rita.